في أي سلايد وصلنا بالنسبة للشابتر 5. Okay, good. 31. So here we have 31. Okay, today we have something to explain. So I need your attention. Are you able to see the slides? Good. شكون فكرنا بمعنى الكلاسيفيكيشن classification problem? What's the meaning of classification? The classification problem. You can take the mic. Classification problem. مش مراجعين درسكم؟ يعني مو حابين تتعاونوا في الدرس؟ تصنيف البيانات. طيب. So in classification, we have a data set dividing categories. Okay, so we have a data set. Let's say, for example, we have 100 item. Give me an example of classification problem. Give me an example of classification problem. So together, I have good internet here. I'm in my office. I'm in the university, so the sound is good, okay? So let's say in a bank, we have customers that apply for loans, يطلبون قرض. فهذا العميل اللي جاء للبنك وطلب قرض من البنك, this customer will be classified. Is he a loyal customer or not? شو معناتها loyal؟ يعني نعطيه قرض أو لا نعطيه قرض. هل هو ما أعرف الترجمة بصراحة. تفهم شو معناتها loyal؟ لا مو relevant. Translate it. Let me translate it for you. اوكي liable يعني العميل اللي حيرجع الفلوس in time، حيرجع القرض in time. لا مو هالبيانات في الداتا بانك. no. هل هذا العميل لو أعطيناه قرض هل هذا العميل سوف يرجع المبلغ الذي اقترضه in time or not؟ كيف تقولوها باللغة العربية؟ ما لقيتهاش في الترانسليتر هنا. I didn't find it. Or at least did you understand the meaning that I want to say? This customer will be able to حيسدد القرض in time or not بدون أي مشاكل. Okay? So if he will pay his loan in time حيسدد القرض في الوقت سنعطيه القرض. لو هذا العميل شكله ما راح يسدد اللي عليه في الوقت فما راح نعطيه القرض. So this is an example of classification problem. So we have a customer and we will classify this customer if he is liable or not liable. Okay? ف liable حقها مرادف في اللغة العربية. ما تستحضرونش الكلمة إنه يسدد القرض في الوقت بدون أي مشاكل. Okay, anyway, sometimes it depends on his job or his salary. Exactly. So we have to know his salary, his job. Do he own a car? Do he own a home? Is he married? هل عنده أولاد؟ المدينة اللي هو ساكن فيها. كل هذه المعلومات يتم تحليلها لعملية classification of this customer. So هل عنده ديون سابقة أو لا؟ نعم. ف how we will classify this customer? We will apply classification algorithms. Like for example, the decision tree. One of the well-known algorithms in the classification problem is the decision tree. Let me give you an example. So, the decision tree has this form. So, for example, we will ask about his salary. Is it greater than 100,000 or it is less than 100,000? If yes, if greater than 100,000, we will give him the loan. Yes. If his salary is less than 100,000, we will ask, is he married? If yes, if no. So, if he is married, we will ask, how many children? If we're greater than 3, so we will not give him a loan. If he is less than 3, we will give him a loan. Yes. If he is not married, okay, we will give him a loan. So this is an example. Okay, this is an example of decision tree. This is a decision tree algorithm. So if you apply the decision tree, you will have something like this. Okay, you will have something like this. This is a tree. Okay. So when you will have a new customer, you will take the data of this customer and you will apply this tree. And then you will be able to say if we will give him the loan or not. Okay, واضح ال classification problem? Good. Okay. So now let's. So there is many classification algorithms. Here you have an example of these algorithms, the decision tree. There is other algorithms like the neural network, like the support vector machine, like the genetic algorithms. So, and each algorithm have its accuracy, the fiability of the algorithm. So we need to measure the accuracy of this algorithm. We need to measure the accuracy of this algorithm. So let's see what we will do. So for example, sorry, let's go back to the previous page. So this is the result of one algorithm, the decision tree algorithm. So this model is the result of the decision tree algorithm. We may apply another algorithm and have another result. So for example, again, when we apply the decision tree algorithm على الهيستوريكال data, okay, we apply the decision tree algorithm على الهيستوريكال data لأنه احنا أخذنا هذه القواعد يعني السالري هل هو أكبر من 100,000 أصغر من 100,000 أو هل هو is he married, if he have children. So we extract these rules from the historical data that we have in our database. Okay, so the historical data said, for example, we have a customer, he's not married, his salary is, he's married, his salary is كذا, his مواصفاته كذا 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 وكان loyal. Another customer كانت مواصفاته كذا 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 and he was not loyal. So based on the historical data that we have, we build this model using the decision tree algorithm. Okay. So let me give you an example. If we have in the historical data, we have 10 customers. In the historical data, we have 10 customers. Customer 1, customer 2, customer 3, or let's say 100 customers. From customer 1 till customer 100. Okay, customer 100. For each customer, we know if he was loyal or not loyal. So the customer 1 was loyal, the customer 2 was not loyal, the customer 3 was loyal. That's okay, Mike. So now what we will do, we will learn from this historical data. We will learn مواصفات الكاستمر اللي بإمكاننا ان احنا نعطيه القرض. So we apply the decision tree algorithm, for example, or any other algorithm, and we get a result. So the result, for example, we have to construct the model, we need to learn from the historical data. So we will take this historical data and we will build a model based on this historical data. This historical data should be divided into two groups. So we will divide this data into two groups. The first group is called training set. Training set. The second group is called test set. شو الفرق ما بيناتهم؟ We will build the model based on this training set. Okay. مثلا من 1 إلى 90 الكاستمر 1 إلى الكاستمر 90 الكاستمر 1 إلى الكاستمر 90. Okay. Based on this customers, we will build the model. So this is the model, okay, of the decision tree. So you have a model. Now we will take from customer 91 to customer 100. So we know already for each customer his classification. احنا نعرف من الأول الكاستمر 91 هو كان مثلا loyable. الكاستمر 100 كان non loyable. احنا راح ناخذ المعلومات الكاستمر هذا ونعديها على الموديل ونشوف النتيجة اللي راح يطلعها لنا أو يعطيها لنا الموديل. ممكن يعطينا he's loyable so give him the loan. النتيجة اللي راح يعطيها لنا الموديل هذا مش نشوفوا مدى تناسقها مع النتيجة الفعلية. هل هي نفس النتيجة الفعلية أم لا؟ كذلك الكاستمر 92 والكاستمر 93 و94 و95 و96 و97 و98 و99 و100. كل هذه الكاستمرز باش نشوفوا الريزلت بتاعهم according to this model. And we will compare the result with the real result. And then we will get راح ناخذ من 1 إلى 80 مع من 90 إلى 100. This will form the training set. And this من 81 إلى 89 will be the test set. Okay, sorry, من 81 إلى 90. هذه من 91 إلى 100. So غيرنا test set وغيرنا training set, and we will build again a decision tree. As example, يعني نقول decision tree كمثال. Okay, so we will have another decision tree. Another decision tree مختلفة عن الديسيجن tree اللي شفناها في السلايد الماضي في الوايت بورد اللي فات. ليش؟ لأنه التريننج سيت تغير. فبالتالي we will have another decision tree and we will test this tree مع إيش؟ مع
الكاستمرز هذول التست set اللي عندنا and we will compute another accuracy. We will have another accuracy 2 السلايد اللي قبل accuracy 1. باش نعاود العملية مرة أخرى عندنا من customer 1 customer 2 إلى customer 70 customer 71 customer 79 customer 80 customer 100. التريننج سيت باش يكون من وين لوين؟ من واحد إلى 70 من 1 إلى 70 ومن 81 ومن 81 إلى 100. Okay, this will be the training set. For the test set will be من 71 إلى 80. This will be the test set. Okay? وباش نتحصلوا على another decision tree, another model, and we will test this model على التست set هذا, and we will have accuracy 3. كم مرة راح نعيد العملية هذه؟ 10 مرات. ممتاز يا سميرة. راح نعيد 10 مرات. في الأخير مش يكون عندنا accuracy 1 accuracy 2 إلى accuracy 10. راح نعمل السم ونقسم على 10 تتحصل على الافريج أو accuracy for the selected algorithm. Okay? So this is what we call 10 cross validation. وهذه طريقة to demonstrate or to prove your algorithm that you are using for the classification. Okay يا بنات, is it clear? لو عندكم سؤال, it's the right moment to ask your questions. Okay, ممتاز. اوكي, طالع من واضح. نرجع للسلايدات. سلايد 31. So is it work with the big numbers as 1 million or 1 billion? Yeah. أنا يعني هوني بسطت الأمور وأعطيتكم مثال ل 100 customers. يعني just to illustrate the methodology of 10 cross validation. Okay? There is another method. Okay, let me see the slide here. Estimation methodologies for classification. There is the simple split or holdout or test sample estimation.
split the data into two mutually exclusive sets training. مثلا 70% و30%. يعني خذ الهيستوريكال داتا واقسمها على اثنين. مثلا التريننج سيت اعطيه 70% من الداتا والتست سيت اعطيه 30% من الداتا. Okay. So الثلثين والثلث. The training data and the test data. The training data, based on the training data, you will construct a model. You will develop a model. So, and you will test this model, you will assess this model على testing data. Then you will get the prediction accuracy. This is what we call simple split. يعني لما العملية ما تكررها عدة مرات، هي مرة بس واحدة بس، سميها simple split. أنت بس يعني قمنا بتقسيم الداتا إلى two groups 70% و30% مثلا. ال 70% هي training set و 30% هي ال test set. وقمنا بعملية construction of the model based on the training set, and we test the model on the test set. So we create the model based on the training set, and we test the model based on the test set, and you will get the accuracy. This is the simple split. For the k-fold cross validation. طيب المثال اللي أنا وريته لكم هو 10 cross validation، لأنه قسمنا الموضوع على 10 مرات. احنا أخذنا 100 كاستمر والعملية اللي قمنا بها عودناها 10 مرات، كل مرة أخذنا 10 10 10. لكن بإمكانك إنك تغيري ما تختاري الفاليو 10. You can choose 3 cross validation for example. تختار كل مرة 30 كاستمر as test و 33 كاستمر as test و 67 كاستمر as training set. وبالتالي العملية تكررت 3 مرات. So it depends. The K is up to you to choose. المثال اللي وريته لكم، المثال اللي شفناه مع بعضنا كان 10 times 10 cross validation. So split the data into K mutually exclusive subset. Use each subset as testing while using the rest of subset as training. Repeat the experimentation for K times. Aggregate the test results for true estimation of prediction accuracy training. There is other estimation methodologies like the leave one out, bootstrapping, injecting, an area under the rod curve. لكن أكثر طريقة مستخدمة هي K-fold cross validation أو cross validation باختصار. Okay. Several classification techniques like the decision tree اللي أعطيتكم مثال عليها. This is an example of decision tree. Statistical analysis, another classification technique. Neural network, support vector machine, case-based reasoning, Bayesian classifiers, genetic algorithms, offsets. This is an example of neural network. Okay, decision trees. ولو انه مش ندخلوا في اشياء تقنيه ما نحبش نتعمق فيها، لكن لازمكم تعرفوها يعني. I will not go with the details here in the slides, but you have to go back to the book. Okay, decision trees. Employ the divide and conquer methods. Escape the decision tree. You will read it yourself. Application case. Okay, cluster analysis for data mining. الديسيجن تري كما قلت لكم مش نقرا لكم سلايدات، اقراها بنفسكم وادخلوا في تفاصيلها من الكتاب. Cluster analysis for data mining. Clustering. وضحت لكم المعنى كلاسرينج المرة الماضية في لما أريدكم هذا المثال. نريدكم هذا المثال regarding the classification and the clustering. Clustering is to find the groups, to determine groups of similar items, okay, which is something different from the clustering, from the classification. The classification, you know already the group, and you will just classify the items. So clustering, you will discover the groups. Okay. Cluster analysis for data mining. It is used for automatic identification of natural groupings of things. It is a part of the machine learning family. It employs unsupervised learning, learns the clusters of things from past data, then assigns the new instances. There is not an output variable, and also known as segmentation algorithms. The clustering results may be used to identify natural groupings of customers, identify rules for assigning new cases to classes for targeting and diagnostic purposes. It provides characterization, definition, labeling of populations. It decreases the size and complexity of problems of other data mining methods, and we can identify outliers in a specific domain. The analysis method for clustering, you can use statistical methods such as k-means, k-modes, and so on. You can use neural network, you can use fuzzy logic, genetic algorithms, and there is other algorithms for clustering. How many clusters we will have? There is not a truly optimal way to calculate it. Heuristics are often used to find the cluster number. Most cluster analysis methods involve the use of distance measure to calculate the closeness between pairs of items. So since here we will compute the distance between items, we will use distance. The Euclidean distance is the more used, okay, for computing clustering. There is other distances like Manhattan, rectilinear, Chebyshev. So these are other distances. Okay, let's see the k-means algorithm. Let me show you now the k-means algorithm, one of the most popular clustering algorithm. In clustering algorithm, you have items. And you are requested to compute or to find clusters within these items. So first of all, we will choose randomly the number of clusters that we can have. Let's say we will have 2 clusters here. So what you will do, you will choose 2 centers. First center and another center, randomly. Then you will compute the distance between the center that you choose and all the other distance. This distance, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All the distance. And same thing for the other center. So from this center, you compute this distance, this, all the distances. And then, for example, this point is much more close to this point rather than this point. يعني هذا النقطة أقرب من السنتر هذا، أقرب للسنتر هذا من هذا. فبالتالي we will construct the first group
based on the distance. Okay, and هذا مثلا أقرب لهذا من هذا. And the other points are grouped together based on the distance. Okay, then you will compute again the center based as center of gravity of the blue point. So the center will be, for example, here, and the center will be here. Then you will compute the distances between the centers and all the other points. So then you will affect each point to the closest center. So this point will be close to this point will be close to this point, but this point will be much more close to this point. So we will have this cluster with this. So this will be the first group, and this will be the second group. Okay? Let me. I will be back in 1 minute. Okay. Let's see now the K-means algorithm. I will illustrate this algorithm in this slide. So we have points, and the target is to divide this point into clusters, into 3 clusters, for example, let's say. So we will choose arbitrarily, we will randomly initialize clusters. Okay, so we will choose 3 different points. Okay, that will represent the center of the clusters. Then we will assign data points to the nearest cluster. يعني في نقاط سيتم تلوينها بالبنفسجي، نقاط بالأزرق الغامق ونقاط بالأزرق الفاتح. Based on what? Based on the closest center. يعني هذه النقطة ما تم تلوينها بالأزرق الفاتح لأنها بعيدة عن الأزرق الفاتح، بل تم تلوينها بالبنفسجي لأنها أقرب إلى البنفسجي. Okay? This point is closer to this blue than to the purple. So the color of this point is blue. Okay? You follow me? You follow me? Because this is an important algorithm. Right. Then you will recalculate the cluster. What's the meaning of recalculate the cluster? That means you will take, for example, the set of this point, and you will compute the center of the gravity. So it will be here, the new center. The new center of the blue points, these blue points will be here. The new center of the purple points will be here. Then what you will do, you will compute again, so you will repeat, you will compute all the distances. That means you will assign each point to the nearest cluster. بالتالي these points اللي كانوا من قبل these two اللي كانوا من قبل باللون الأزرق الحين أصبحوا أقرب للون البنفسجي فيدخلون في الكلاستر purple. Okay, and then you recompute again the center of gravity وبتقوم بعملية الاسsign again إلى أن لا يتم أي تغيير في assignment of the point. Then you will arrive, you will say that you arrived to your to the optimality, to the cluster. So here, let's compare. This is the result. You have 1 cluster, 2 clusters, 3 clusters. And at the beginning, we don't know anything. We have red points. And at the end, we have clusters, 3 clusters. The K-means algorithm is clear.
Okay. You can read about K-means algorithm في السلايدات بتاعكم من الكتاب. There is the association rule mining. Okay, in association rule mining, we are computing the association between two items. You read it yourself. Then we will talk about data mining software. There is some commercial software and there is some other free and open source software. ويكا إن شاء الله الأسبوع الجاي أوريك أعملكم demonstration of the ويكا. Then big data software tools. Okay, application case, application case, application case, application. Data mining needs. Okay, data mining provides instant solution and predictions. Is not yet available for business application. Requires a separate, dedicated databases, and can only be done by those with advanced degrees. يعني data mining يعني مو أي شخص يقدر يستعمل الداتا مايننج، لازم يكون شخص متقدم في المعرفة. Is only for large firms that have lots of customer data. Data mining is another name for the good old statistics. Common data mining blunders. Okay, more of the book. This is the end of the chapter. طبعا عديت على عدة نقاط بسرعة تقرأها بنفسكم. حبيت أن أوضح لكم أكثر شيء في هذا الكلاس how to be sure about the accuracy of classification method, so we can compute the test cross validation or k-fold cross validation. حكينا كذلك على ال K-means algorithm كمثال للclassing algorithms. وهذا الشابتر يجب and it is mandatory, it is a must to back to the book and read all the details. And if you have any question, أي ملاحظة ما فهمتوها من الشابتر, please ask me, send me email. We can also have another, we can have also office hour if you want. So, do you have any question? Okay, let me take the attendance before leaving the class. If you hear your name, raise your hand, please. Okay. حنان عبد القادر. Raise your hand if you hear your name. حنان عبد القادر. Okay. عفاف أبو عيشة. جود أكرم. فاطمة القحطاني. اللي حضرتها ممكن نتغادر. فاطمة القحطاني. Okay. نور القرني. ثم خلود علاوي. خلود absent. موجودة. شيماء البخاري. شروق البخاري. ثم جوهر الغامدي. اوكي. ثم نجلة المولد. اوكي. ثم سميرة الزهراني. ثم ليلى بحشي. اوكي. ثم نور الدمنهوري. نورة دمنهوري موجودة. طيب. سناء جرامي موجودة. اوكي. مريم حداد. اوكي. ثم كوثر هوساوي. absent. أحلام خضراء. أحلام موجودة. ثم علي خوجة. وأخيرا نجدولين مغاري. مجد الدين موجود. أوكي، شكرا لكم. الغائبات هم كوثر وساوي بس. كوثر وساوي. نعم سنة، تفضل. 80%. سوري 70%. 70%. 70%. عندك محاولة ثانية. You have 2 tries. Okay? You have 2 tries. You can upload again your assignment.